See how still I can hold the camera. Okay, second day of fiddling around with the window. This all started because I wanted to replace the rubber here that's on the outside of the window to seal this so it wouldn't get water down here. That's because the old rubber was hard and it wasn't pushed up tight against the window. And I put the new rubber in, and then when I started rolling the window up, it wouldn't roll up the track right. The window would angle in this way, and it would end up hitting the trim here, not going inside the channel. That's all covered in my other video. Now, the fix, I did some research about window regulators. I talked to one guy at the store. He said I probably need a new regulator. There's things can go wrong in here. And they don't have a left regulator, probably because all the left regulators, you know, get rolled up all the time on the driver's side. So they're all, maybe in Japan you can buy them. Anyway, so I did some research, and there's an article posted in the Classic Z forums. A guy's talking about having this, what sounded like the same kind of problem I was having, and he talked about something I had considered but didn't really follow up on. So when he did it and was successful, I decided to go back and revisit and use his approach. Basically, what it is, there's a nylon guide in here, there's a steel channel in here that a guide on the window regulator piece that the window bolts to slides in and out of. And what I did was I loosened up this bottom bolt, and I took this top bolt out completely, and then inside here I slipped a couple of washers. I actually glued 2 washers. They tack glued them together to make it about, you know, I don't know, maybe 1/8 of an inch thick. It's a regular old washer, same kind of washer that's here already. I put a couple of those together, slid them back in here. I actually ended up having to fish them, you know, push them in hard. Then I got a little pick and I pulled them into place, so I got the hole there. So basically what I did was I took the guide and I spaced it so the top would angle like that. Is exaggerated. Okay, the bottom nuts here, the top nuts here. So now by putting a spacer in between the guide and the inside of the door frame, it effectively tilts it that way, which is what I needed the window to do. I needed the window to tilt that way to fit into the channel. So all that's done. And tighten everything back up. Let's see how it works now. Okay. Now, as we go up, now this is with the window plastic in place. Remember, if you remember what was happening over here, we'll look at the back because that would be the most extreme problem. There. It's not perfect. It's still just a little bit out. But at least it's doing it. So this is going up inside the channel. Is it going inside the channel? Yeah, I think so. Let me try something here. Yeah. So, I mean, it works. When it goes up and down, and I already have the fuzzy on here like it had before, so that might put a little bit of pressure, might help it. I don't know if that's really the issue. But again, by angling this guide and tilting it inward, that caused the whole window to tilt that outward a little bit, tilt it outward I should say, caused the whole window to tilt outward, and it fits better. Now, is that the proper fix? Probably not. Probably what I should do, and I may do at some point, is take everything out, examine this arm here, which I think is part of the problem. I think this arm right here has a little bit of a bow right there where I'm touching. Right here it seems to have a little bit of a bend in it. It's not much, but it's there. It's noticeable. I can feel it right here. I can see, you can even see like a little scratch mark right along there is where it seems to be tweaked in. I think that lines with anything in the frame. No. So I would like to take the regulator out, straighten that out. I did spray some grease in this stuff to try to make it run a little more smoothly. Take the regulator out. I'm going to replace that felt mold, and it goes down, extends down into here. That definitely, I think, should be more secure as it's coming up. That might help too. Somebody mentioned that. So I'll replace that molding for sure, but I really probably take it all apart, completely grease it, straighten this out, put it all back together. You know, maybe when I'm retired. You know, I don't know. It takes. I don't like having my car apart. Okay, that's the biggest problem I have. Is I can't stand it when my car is torn apart. It makes me nuts because I can't take it out and drive it. I need a second car just so I have a second car to drive while this one's torn apart. Anyway, so I digress. So we'll fix. I'll put it back together as is. I'll put that. I'm waiting for that window molding to come in before I really button it all up. I'll put the door card back on. One of the things I started all this process is I wish I knew why they cut this big gaping freaking hole right here. I don't know if that was just a lip around here. I think it must have come back. I think these two were connected at some point. I don't know why anybody would hack at it like this. I mean, it looks like it was. God, what were they cutting it with? I can't imagine why that was done, except if they thought it was easier to get to the mirror. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go back in and reseal, put some butyl caulking around here. I'll clean all this up. See, this is the remnants of the old vapor barrier. So that needs to come out. We'll clean all this out. I'll put the butyl around there. I'll put some nice Visqueen and just seal up where it's supposed to be. All this other jive, I don't think it's supposed to happen. You know, all this stuff. Somebody did this. I think it's only supposed to be just around the actual openings, not around the whole door. So we'll do that too. I mean, I don't know why things like that bother me, but they do. And we'll give it a shot. Let's see. This is interesting. I don't remember these things being this offset. I know this is how you set the parallel of this window. Let's see how good it is. I mean, it's right dead nuts on, so I guess that's okay. But anyway, I just wanted to share that tip seems to have fixed my problem as far as getting the window to go back up into the channel. So I'm really happy about that. Anyway, that was the follow-up video. I probably won't do any more on this. I might put it all back together and show you. But again, molding in the back, door card on, we're done. Some point in the future, if I get motivated, I'll take the whole window regulator out, straighten that door arm there, better grease the rest of the inside, and I mean, that's the only other thing I can think to do that I'm not going to do in the near future. All right, that's all for now. Thanks for watching.